I wanted to share with you something I felt like I needed to share because it's been an important lesson for me. One thing is that, every time we go through a trial or a struggle, we will see a blessing on the other side. I mean, every trial, every struggle that we go through is something the Lord has allowed to come to us to bring us a blessing. He takes us from strength to strength. It says that in Psalms 84, verse 7, that those that walk with the Lord, that are blessed to fear the Lord and to follow His ways, that He takes us from strength to strength. And, it also says glory to glory, puts it that way. And He says that He refines us and He refines our faith, and that we go through struggles and trials to refine our faith, and that our faith is of worth far more value than gold. And I do firmly believe that, because I know in the past 5 years, especially since our walk of total surrender to the Lord began, you think that you're totally surrendering to the Lord in the beginning sometimes, and you think it means one certain thing, but as you come to know the Lord more and more and spend more time in His presence, you come to realize that there are deeper levels that He takes us through of our walk with Him and our understanding of Him and who He is. And it's just like a relationship with anybody. The more time that we spend with the Lord, the more that we seek to know Him, the more He reveals Himself to us, and the more He rubs off on us, the more like Him we become. So it's totally worth the time spent with Him. It's totally worth everything that we go through, everything He allows to come through to our life, to test us or to teach us something. And a lot of times we think that we're in it to try to help somebody else improve their life, or we want to be used by the Lord to help other people. And in that process, He's helping us. He's making us more compassionate, more loving, and more humble, and more considerate, more like Him. And it is a huge blessing to know the Lord and to be changed by Him. So I just want to encourage you, if you're going through a trial or a struggle, know that there is a blessing waiting for you on the other side. And that blessing may be something you totally did not expect. It may be that you become more loving. It may be that you become more patient. It may be that you become less anxious, more filled with faith, more courageous. That is huge. For Him to take us from from being suicidal and having PTSD and being a sexual abuse survivor, being addicted to different things, and having a spirit of control, wanting to manipulate and control, and because of the fear I had inside, and always being worried and anxious, for Him to take me from that to where I am today, that I enjoy so much more peace. There's such a less of a burden of trying to do everything right, and just trying to make everything be so perfect, which is something that I could never attain. And for Him to take that burden off of me and give me peace and freedom in Him to worship Him and to love Him and to know Him, even though I'm not perfect. That is the good news of the gospel. That is grace. It is a huge blessing. And I just want to encourage you again, if you're going through a trial or a struggle or tribulation, hang on. Walk firmly in your faith, just like it says in Ephesians chapter 6, that this is a spiritual battle. Remember that. And remember that we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities and authorities in the heavenly places that are against us. But remember that in Christ, He has overcome the world. And He gives us His peace. He gives us strength for the battle. He gives us all the armor that we need for the battle. And He also allows us to have a tender heart that's not hardened to Him, that we can hear Him speak to us. We can hear Him lead us, and it's so gentle and sweet. So just remember to stand strong, remain humble and teachable, and let your heart be tender to His touch. And bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you.